Yo, what up YouTube? Here we are for the second review. Firstly, I'd like to say a massive thank you for all the kind comments that I've had and for all the new subscribers. So yeah, big thank you. It means a lot. The last review, obviously I was talking about the problems I had with my tank and going out and just buying one on the rush. One of the things I didn't mention was the thickness of your glass. That needs to be a certain thickness for the size of your tank, so just bear that in mind. What I'm going to talk about today is the pipe work and how I've got the pipe work set up. If we just look at the top of the tank here, you'll see that there's three pipes. Two of them are for your drain. One of them is sort of an overflow pipe, and what I've done with my overflow pipe, and I copied it off someone off YouTube when I first started, and I can't find who it was now, and I'd like to give him a bit of a shout out, but if I do, I'll give him a shout out a bit later on. But what I've done is I've raised the water level so it's just skimming the top of my water, so that the top of my water skims down my overflow. So it takes all the crap off the top of my tank and it just skims it down. Second pipe is obviously the drain down pipe, and then the third one is the return from the sump. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clip now to the sump and I'll show you how it's all set up. Right, here we are underneath the tank. As you can see, the three pipe works at the back there. Do apologise, it's a bit noisy under here, and also it's a bit crammed because obviously it's a bit DIY. Or if you want to say custom, then it's custom. But anyway, you can see the three pipes at the back there. The two on the left, you drain down from the actual main tank, and the one on the right is the return from the sump. The two on the left are 1.5 inch pipe work, which is the right size for the size of the tank. The overflow on the left goes right to the back, along the back, and then it goes down into the front part of this sump, which is there right at the back. There's no ball valves on that, that's just a free flowing overflow. The one in the middle is the main drain from the tank. That comes down along there, bends underneath there, around here. There's a ball valve there, and then goes back down into the main part of my sump just there. Now, the reason there's a ball valve on this one is that I can control the amount of water that's draining down from the tank, the main tank itself. So I can control the level of the height in the main tank, so I can have it low or I can have it high. That also gives me a bit of a flexibility as well in my sump. I can control the amount of water that goes in there for the pump to return back to, so it doesn't sort of overflow the sump before the return pump can pump it back in. On my return pump, you can see that there, that goes up, and that's also on a ball valve there. That goes outside, and then there's a T, which I do apologise, the lighting's a bit terrible, but there's a T. Basically what happens with my return is it branches off. One goes outside, one goes back to the main tank, and they've both got a ball valve on each one. So when I want to do a water change, I just turn off the ball valve that goes to the main tank and open the ball valve that goes outside, and that drains down the water. I've timed it, and then I've put a mark on my tank so it drains down to the right level, so I know 100 litres or whatever the size water change I want to do, I'm roughly there or thereabouts. Just going back to my sump, this is the main part, the front end. If you can see, I've got a load of bio balls at the bottom, and I've got filtration. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different size filters, from fine to large, and the largest being at the top. So yeah, that's the front bit of the sump. It then comes into this chamber in here, where I've got a protein skimmer, and then just behind that, you can't see it, I've got a phosphate reactor. And then it comes into the next one, which is my heater, a bag of carbon, and then back into the end to return into the tank. And that is it. It's just as basic as that really. I've got a UV light at the top there, you can see. Basically what I've tried to do is everything that starts at the beginning of the sump here comes down, and then I've got all my UV and my phosphate to pump it all back to the beginning again. So it's basically cycling around that sump as much as it can do, and then the main pump takes it back to the main tank. So yeah, that's the sump. Right, if you've got this far in the review and you're still watching, then there's a bit of an added bonus. In front of me I've got a max spec Razor LED light, specifications 160 watt, 16,000K. Now this was the LED that I had before I got my Radions, and I think it'd be a nice gesture to enter or put this into a competition and give it away to one of you guys. I was going to sell it on eBay, but I'd rather do a nice gesture and give it to someone, whoever wins the competition. Now I don't mind whereabouts in the country or the world you are, I'll post it if you win the competition. Now the competition, you can see there, like, it's all in there, it's all in mint condition. The competition, I don't know what I'm going to do yet for the competition, but I'm going to set it so obviously people are at different levels with experience, so it's not going to be a silly question that someone with less experience is not going to answer. So it'll probably be something silly like draw a name out of a hat. Right, what I want to do to get this competition going is, obviously I don't have Facebook, I don't have Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, I don't have all the sort of social media networks that gets your ratings up and your subscribers up. But I'm going to set myself a challenge. I'm going to aim high. Now as soon as I get, now it's going to be a high number here, 1,000 subscribers, and that's when I'll get this competition underway. So if you've got those social media networks that I just said about and you want to pass it on and tell a friends and get them to subscribe, then that's what's up for grabs. Anyway, sorry it's short and sweet. I'm going to aim to do about 2 reviews a week. I know it's been more than a week since I've done my last one, but that's what I aim to do. Work's slowing down a little bit now, so I've got more time to spend on my hobby, and I hope you're enjoying it. Take care.